Why I took number 12? It was the best available number for me. That's it.
Will you try to buy 2 from DeAndre?
Nah, I'm not trying to buy anything. My signing bonus ain't that high right now. Appreciate y'all.
J Mac from Syracuse, New York, man, came all the way out to see my Colorado Buffs.
What channel do you watch? They brought you out here.
The pregame show.
Never watched the college game till last season when Coach Prime came to Colorado. And I am in Colorado at Folsom Field. I am the Colorado Buffaloes auntie from Texas. Sweet treat.
Hey, I've been following the pregame show. It's all about let's go Buffs.
Away from Texas. Yes, sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes of everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. You're trying to put your own game.
As an entrepreneur down there in New Orleans, in the Riverwalk, down there by the casino, down there by the convention center, you name it, in the heart of it, the Saints were sitting there at number 9 and Shedeur was on the board. What would it mean for business in your city, your home, had they pulled that trigger? What was you thinking?
Let me explain something to you, bro, because I got a lot of relationships with on both the Pels and the Saints side, and I can't really say too much. I could just tell you that people in the city was very, very disappointed. Like, we was very, very disappointed. Like, I know for a fact what Shedeur would have done for this city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what he would have done for the Saints. You know what I'm saying? Because, I see the potential. I've been keeping up with him since, he been playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know, what it would have done. Like, I know what it would, the excitement, like he got the #1 selling jersey now, and people going to be wearing his jersey whether they Cleveland fans or not. Just like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be wearing the jersey just because, you take, and I'm not trying to switch, subjects, but it's like even with LeBron and, with his son, it's you go back to Peyton Manning and Archie Manning, it's bro, you can't get mad at this man for being confident in what he doing, and he not he ain't he was a first round draft pick, him and Travis, they first round draft picks. So it's the fact that y'all even allowed this man to even deal with that, and then it's because with them it's not about the money, it's just about the straight just love of the game. You dig? And it's for you to be so, people to hate on him so tough and be so just because of who his pops is, just because of his confidence, just because of this, is bro, that's not okay, dude. That's not okay. Because in other families, that stuff is not going on. They, everybody look out for their people. So why y'all got such a problem with this dude, being confident in what he is, what he do, and who he is, and you know what I'm saying? I said, I was on one of the little blog spots or whatever, and they posted them, and I said, look, I'm getting the jersey regardless. And it's I just want him to prove him wrong. But it just immediately, and somebody posted it, it reminded me of Lamar Jackson. It's Lamar Jackson didn't go first round, but it's now look at what Lamar Jackson doing. Look at who he is now. And it's Shedeur gonna do exactly what that is. That's exactly what's gonna happen. And it's now you got all these NFL coaches coming out talking about, this and that, and we were scared because if things didn't work out, then Uncle Deion was gonna leave and come coach. So nah, man, no, that's weak. No, bro. Like, don't make this man lose out on what he's earned. And like I see all kind of clips, circulating, with him when as a kid, like just putting in the work. Like, bro, like, like for me, like I've been doing this stuff for, close to 15 years. Like, bro, like this ain't just happened overnight. That's what I'm saying. So it's like this didn't happen overnight with bro. Like, he know who his pops is, and he know, what kind of competitor his dad is. Like, so of course, like if that's somebody that you idolize and that's with you, step by step, he giving you the game on what what you need to do to get to where you want to be. And the thing about it is that, and it's the point, is that if you got the genuine love for the game, it's like you gonna do what it takes to get to that spot. And it's just like, like him and his brother, like I always respected it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, I just, going back to the question you asked, bro, like the city just very disappointed. Like we just very disappointed. Like it's like our draft, ain't nobody in the city feeling that draft. Like ain't nobody feeling, the picks that we got, and and there's no disrespect to nobody, like, cause like, and I don't, like even the quarterback that we got, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say his bro name, but like, bro, like where does that even come from? Like what are y'all doing? But again, things ain't been the same. Like even like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say this, like Jameis Winston, come on, bro, like Teddy Bridgewater, like come on, bro, like what is this really about? Like what is it really about? Like what is it really about? Like what are y'all trying to portray? Like what do y'all who do y'all want to be the face of the city in so many words? You heard me? So, it's like, like I said, man, I know what it is. I've been around these people. I know these people. I've done business with these people. I got relationship with, majority of the players on both sides. Well, a lot of these new guys, on the Pell side, I don't really kind of know them like that. But like, but like even from the Saints side, AK, my partner, Cam Jordan, that's my partner. You know what I'm saying? Like I was cooking for them boys. The defense, Tyrann Matthews, we from the same hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I just can't understand for the life of me. But one of my partners kind of made things make sense yesterday. It's like, dang, man, I hope they're not trying to tank this year so that they can get whoever, you know what I'm saying, coming out next year, whatever the case may be. And it's like, y'all worrying about next year, like with everything going on, y'all don't know like what next year even gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? So, for me to answer that question, like just to be, to cut all of that short, it's just like, I'm just very disappointed, bro. Like I was like really looking forward to like seeing that dude in New Orleans and like having him play on side of Alvin Kamara. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
ooh, that would have been fire.
Dude, like, come, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Olave, like, come on. Like, but again, like going back to the Michael Thomas days, like I rock with Mike big time. You dig? Like I rock with him big time. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, that's the spark that we needed and that the city needed. So when we didn't see that pick coming, because you see all of, the hype around it, and we thinking like the Saints gonna get them and this, that, and the third, and when we just didn't get them, it's just like everybody
deflating.
Like it's like a hot air balloon. It's like it was just deflating, bro. Like to answer your question, like, bro, it was more deflating than anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
Greg, let me tell you this, Noop, and I want Simone to hop in as well, and of course, Big Dog Chico. Being born and raised here in Mississippi, New Orleans right down the road, so you spend a lot of time there and vibe with that culture. I thought personally, much like when Coach Prime Shedeur Sanders came out of Florida State and growing up in Fort Myers, that Atlanta just matched like his swag. And I can say the same thing about New Orleans and Shedeur, knowing him, that like cultural wise, vibe wise, the way he liked food, the way he loved his people, like it just would have been a marriage made in heaven had that happened. So I, as a neighbor state, and not only a friend of the family, but when I saw the Saints not pull the trigger at 9 and then multiple other times not pull the trigger, I was like, man, they just don't know what they're missing this guy, because he literally would have been the face of the city and the face of the state.
Facts. I agree with you 1,000%, brother. I agree with you 1,000%. And again, like I said, like our city is built off of like straight tourism. So it's like this dude, like, bro, do you know how many people, like I said, that's not even Cleveland Browns fans that's gonna be just traveling to the games? Do you know how many people travel to Colorado just to see him play? You dig? Like, I mean, it's like, you know, so it's like if we going based off of like economic growth and we going based off of like, you know, what our city is built on, and that's tourism, like he would be the main attraction, just like when Big Z came down here, which is my brother. Like, just like when Big Z came down here, it's like people going to the game to see. That's what that's all about. Like, so it's like, again, brother, like you right, like it was just baffling to me, bro. Like, it really was just baffling to me, bro. I could not understand it. And again, like, my honest opinion, and I'll say this in front of anybody and everybody, like, it just was very disappointing, not only for me, but for the entire city. Like, it just was disappointing, bro. Like, it's like a hot air balloon, just, you know, you put a pin in that mug and it just deflated. Like, it just deflated us. And everybody, like, so, you know, me being positive and optimistic, I'm like, all right, cool. Well, we gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. But it's just like, you know, like, we already know what's happening. Like, we know, like, you know, like, build around him. You dig? Like, build around him, because that's one thing I will give the Saints credit with. Like, and that's like go and get talent that is like really not high profile, or they like sleepers. You dig? So like they good at doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even on the basketball side with you know, the Herb Jones, the Trey Murphys, you know what I'm saying? We had the Devontae Grahams, you know what I'm saying? Big Z, of course, he you know, a hot topic or whatever. The Brandon Ingrams, like, we had the squad, you know what I'm saying? Like, to do what we needed to do. But then, like I said, that organization or that side of the organization started falling apart. So like now, you know, like I was at the Saints games when my grandpa took me to go see Uncle Dion play when he was with the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? To see Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, you know what I'm saying, Troy Aikman. Like, but that was back when the Saints, people literally going in the game to support, but they got the brown paper bags over there.
Brown bags on their head.
You dig? Like, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just
speaking
underdog. Like, yeah, of course. But, and the city, you know, the city just ain't been the same. Like, you know, like even with like letting Jameis Winston go, like, why would you do that? Like, why would you even trade Teddy Bridgewater? Like, why would you even trade Teddy Bridgewater?
You think they have a problem with black quarterbacks down there?
Like I said, I'm not speaking on that. I'll just let you say, I'll let you understand what I'm saying. Things ain't been the same since Aaron Brooks. You did?
Yes.
Yeah. Things ain't been the same since Aaron Brooks. Bro, like, smiling on the sideline when we losing games and stuff like that. Like, you know, like, people don't understand, like, that affects everything in the city. Like, people, like, that's all we have is the Saints. You know what I'm saying? So it's like on a Monday when the Saints, if they lose or win, that dictates everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, going out, spending money, moving, like, people mad, people upset. Like, I'm being real. Like, I'm just being honest. I'm in the hood right now, about to go get my haircut. Like, I'm like, this is what we talking about. Like, this is like what it is, bro. So it's like, again, you know, I'll just let you know, like, Teddy Bridgewater, you know what I'm saying, Jameis Winston, like, bro, like, but then you bring them down there for the Super Bowl to do all of this stuff for the ratings and the media and all that kind of stuff all of this, bro. Like,
that could have been your quarterback.
Like, man, I miss me with all that, man. Like, miss all of that. Like, nobody want to hear that, because we shouldn't have let him go anyways. But the thing about it is that people go other places, and prime example, Jackson Hayes. Now, even though the Lakers, you know what I'm saying, shout out to bro, You know what I'm saying? Cause bro balling. You dig? Anthony Edwards, right? Like he balling. You know what I'm saying? But we had Jackson Hayes on our team. And I said this, I said, look, do not get, I said the last thing the Pels want to do is like put this dude and trade this dude and let this dude go somewhere else. And guess what? He shined and he's shining. But he could have shined down here. But again, that's what we so used to seeing, you know, like people going other places and just like really just, you know, reaching their full potential. And like, but it's like, but why not keep them here? So again, you seen, I mean, it ain't no secret, David Griffin fired now. That person, yeah, that's all good. But again, that's why I said what I said about him having the #1 selling jersey. Like, this is what the fans want to see. They want to see him play. And when he has that chip on his shoulder, he is the underdog in it. When he really not an underdog, he is an underdog, but he only an underdog because of who his dad is. And it's like, that's the same way with Bronny. Like, it's like, and not to switch to basketball, but it's like, bro, like, what is it with the black man, like, trying to just take care of his sons? Like, trying to make sure they're straight. Like, bro, like, what's wrong with that? Because it's been going on for so many years, like, you know, like so many years. Like, that's why I said, going back to the Saints, Archie Manning, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. No disrespect to the Mannings, I got the utmost respect for them, but it's just like, bro, like, it wasn't a problem with them. So like, why is it a problem now? Like, why is it a problem when, you know, the black man takes care of his family? Like, I don't understand it.
I'm going to
They
drop
didn't like him anyway.
Drive down your street. You might want to tell everybody to get on the sidewalk, because I remember when nobody had a problem with Ray Nagin, former mayor of New Orleans, until he said out his mouth that New Orleans is a chocolate city after Katrina.
Ray Nagin went to Tuskegee. Ray Nagin went to Tuskegee. Ray Nagin graduated from Tuskegee, so I know I am a huge fan. But Ray Nagin's so solid. Ray Nagin that's a whole nother conversation.
Exactly.
Ray Nagin is so solid.
But I think it's still in that pendulum swing that, hey, we would rather in the future have a Manning here as QB1 than a Sanders here as QB1.
That's who it was. That's who they told me. That's what my partner told me. Say, you know, little bro gonna be coming out next year. I'm like, oh, okay, now it makes sense.
Either next year or the year following.
Yeah.
Is it 27th?
I think it's the year following next year. He a sophomore?
Yeah, so he's gonna play probably 2 more years in college, and then they got 2 years for that Tyler Sharp kid to suck, and Rittler, whoever his name is, to just stink it up down there.
Rattler.
Rattler.
Who's Rittler though? Because I think there is a Rittler.
And then the thing is, he's wears number 2 also. So
you put the keys of the franchise, you know, in the hand of a guy who graduated from high school, the same class as Trevor Lawrence, who's been in the league 4 years, has had 3 major surgeries because they were major injuries. And I mean, what he 30 years? Like, come on, man! Like, it was just a no-brainer for me. And I think it was deliberate. I think it was orchestrated. I think it was collusion, conversations, and executed, you know, across the league, and particularly for the teams that were in need of a quarterback, which were the Browns, the Giants, the Saints, and the Steelers. I think those 4 certainly had conversations about, let's let him slide, and whoever get it for the cheap. But we're gonna send a message right now. If you're just hopping on us, man, got our man Tillery on. WeDats down there in New Orleans.
Yes,
make sure y'all down in the Riverwalk. You got a lot of fans in the chat talking about the food looking good. Chico been showing the food. Hey, my man Lou down in Glen is in the chat. He out there in Colorado, and he be cooking at that Louisiana. Hey, Tillery, we got to get you out this summer for camp, man, and let you feed the team.
I would love that. I would love that.
So where y'all from?
We up from Miami, Florida.
All the way from Miami.
All the way from Miami.
Appreciate y'all coming, man.
Hey, man, we love what you guys are doing, man. We want to support you in every way.
Appreciate your family.
And we're recruiting at home. Everything we see at home, we're bringing it this way.
My man.
You gotta believe. Dude, we've been believing since day one,
That's
Dogg.
why I gave him to
Remember
you.
back in Jackson State? We've been believing with you in the pregame show.